Years have passed since the golden butterfly fluttered gracefully in and out of my life. How could so much wisdom fly in and out so quickly, yet seemingly go unnoticed by me? That day, a mysterious man walked in my shop unannounced, carrying a warning, a message. The golden butterfly is coming, and my doctor was the only other soul who knew this information, he said. In my hands he laid a package, a gift. Inside, the wrapped parcel held a crystal clear golden butterfly and a poem symbolizing the inevitable, what was to come. My confusion was palatable. That day on my drive home, a golden butterfly perched on my steering wheel and then kissed my fingertips. It's time to let go of that old version of yourself. I'll give you time before your transformation. Look inside for the answers when you're ready. 5 years later, I'd finally discover why you'd come. I once was a mama. Hand on my belly, I felt you growing. Pains and nausea, who cares, I had you. Your soul was in a hurry to fulfill its purpose. He knew you before I did and had a message to send. Mama and Daddy, pay attention. Independence Day. Bright lights fill the windows of my hospital room as I watch them in silence. The first time I really hear my own heartbeat, hear my own voice, in a while. What am I independent of? My mind wandered. My old life. A familiar storm. There's something intimately familiar about tonight's storm. Dark but not empty. Aggressive but warm. Strong. The kind of storm that rocks your core when you realize tomorrow will never be the same. Forever changed. The kind that swoops in on a sunny day, challenging all common sense and leaves you wondering, why today? The rushing flood of rain wiping the slate clean. A storm always comes with a purpose, to shake up the atmosphere. Suddenly, lightning strikes my mind. A thunderous boom penetrates my heart, and the rain, oh, the rain, floods down my cheeks until the sky runs out. Run. The days feel long and the nights are darker. I lay under your watch passing time, counting, based on your position in the sky. I memorize the cold shade of blue when you rise in the morning, and the warm golden yellow when you set behind the trees. I watch you slowly back away, gracefully, confidently, leaving us in the hands of the moon for a bit. I sit here, sifting and sobbing through pain, through change, clinging to your consistency, a pacifier. Each night I make it through. I'm rewarded yet again with the warmth of your presence. My skin feels your words. Be free, my love. Run, not from it all, but to it all. The path of least resistance. Sitting on the floor of the valley, I've lost all recognition of myself. Endless tears soak my clothes. Loneliness tugs at my sanity. Can you hear me up there? A whisper fills my heart. There's only one way up from here, the path of least resistance. In finally letting go, my tears drop like rain and form a river, carrying my sadness away. The trees sweep up my worries and relieve the burden of weight on my shoulders. My heart takes the anger and transforms the pain into understanding. The cave within me. A damp, dark coolness hits my skin as I descend. Drip, drip. A pit in my stomach confronts the pit I face below, into the depth of you. Your shadows are what I fear most. My whisper echoes against your wet walls and bounces back to me, eerily. Can anyone hear me? I regret not looking away. I regret going deeper. I reach the bottom of your black ravine, expecting a lonely darkness to take over, but instead I'm guided with a bit of foggy light. Just enough. Down here in the depth of me, you'll face death. Do not be afraid. Be still. A transformation within my walls will give you new life. Slowly, carefully, I rise again, ascending the stairs toward the light. Strawberry Moon. You must come outside and see this. I promise you won't regret it, I said to him. Your pink and yellow roundness covered the sky and peeked through the trees as we seeked you out like a treasure waiting to be found, practically running down the block in desperate search of you. Bare legs on the grass as insects chirped and fireflies flew by, we watched you in silence. Lay your wildest dreams and wishes upon me tonight, the strawberry moon said. I'm not this colorful very often. The bat. Death is a funny thing. I didn't know we could feel it, experience it, while we're alive. I didn't know the old me died until the bat arrived on my doorstep. Hanging by one foot, asleep in broad daylight on my front porch, a teacher, a spirit guide. Door slam, dog bark, porch light, car honk. Not a single disturbance woke the bat, determined to stay as long as needed to bring me the message. Hours later after dusk, the bat remained. You, too, can fly at night and push through the obstacles, the bat said. So I did. The sun, my governess. The sun is my governess, and I, her eager pupil. I sit outside and let the rays bake my bronze skin and clear my mind, a silent healer. I cry and I climb, cry, climb, connect to the universe, to my calling. It's out there waiting on me to wake up. I'll dry your tears, the sun said. Let them fall like a river and stream into the valley you're waiting in. In this next chapter, you'll need something to drink. Yin and Yang. The trees roar with cicada songs as the sun rounds the west bend. Her strength is so powerful today, I can't make eye contact, but I feel her intense presence on the warmth of my body, the sweat glistening under my shirt. So much golden light, she makes the electric yellows on the leaves twinkle and dance. She makes the wheat look softer. I crave her presence. Don't go. The fact that her time is finite each day makes me want what I can't have when she sets. More. The only thing that cheers me up is the fact that your darker twin will soon take your place, the moon. Yin and Yang, you remind me that life goes on, every day, new. Darkness comes and goes, yes, but not without an equal dose of light. The Symphony of Summer. I sit in silence, but it's far from silent. The symphony of summer noises remind me of just how alive I really am and feel. Crickets and cicadas fight for the mic. A train drums peacefully in the distance. Wind glistens in the trees and leaves. The sound reminds me of a heavy rain. The golden crescent lighting the sky sits proudly, majestically. Fireflies blink, porch swings creak. Neighbors chatter warmly as wind chimes glisten. I've never known silence to be so loud. Are you listening to my voice yet? Hums the creator, the conductor, eager for my collaboration. I close my eyes, humbly honored by the immersive performance. The horse in the park. The expansive peace of the park called out for me, and I surrendered, blanket in hand, to a quiet, sunny spot. Rays blissfully tanning my skin, eyes drifting off. A man and his horse gallop by in such a powerful whir, I jolt to my feet. Are you here to teach me something, majestic beauty? I drift back off in peaceful meditation, and a blue light suddenly floods my third eye. So special, I want it to stay forever. You're not alone, the universe whispers. In fact, you're right where you're supposed to be. The invitation. The invitation to wake up hit me like a train. How long was I underground, sleeping on my life? My fight, suddenly palpable, frantically clutching hold of roots above. I pushed through the dirt, peeking through the soil line, pointing my gaze to the Most High above, waiting, wondering. Finally above, I crawl out of that old, fragile, cracking shell, wobbly, new. Wings find my back. I humbly realize I wasn't resilient enough to carry their weight until now. Looking down at myself, transformed. I fly into the brilliant greens above, and song freely exits my lips. A direct invitation to live with purpose. What a thing to sing. A trimming. Skin glistening. Air so hot it circles in my mouth like spices. The concrete scalds my feet as I stare at my withering, limp plants, burned by the fire of the sun. Wincing, I cut the leaves back, one by one. Letting go of what once bloomed is crushing. Years of tending, years of growth. Was it all to waste? Half of me wonders if anything green will return in its place. Of the dead, dark parts I say goodbye to. The other half of me marvels at the opportunity. That maybe, just maybe, what's left of the remaining nubs transform into leaves so large that water pools in the center, that clusters of fruit hang with sturdy abundance from the vine, so plentiful that I look back and wonder, why was I clinging to slow, limited growth in the first place?